Welcome back here to Dallas, Texas, where we have the ESEA Season 11 LAN playoffs. We are going to jump right over into game here where we're looking at the second map of this best of three between Team Dynamic and Netcode. Netcode starting it off here. On does 2 on the T side. Ooh, Peck's a little bit of a miss-nade there. Ooh, excellent double headshot. Trying to get the third, pulling the knife out. Bill Knows finally able to capitalize on that close range block. Excellent from Pex, though, at least making a decent effort there to pick up the third. Joka now can be flashing out of the bomb site. Really wants to get that plant off, but Adrian, excellent nade. Ooh, Joka left with 1 HP, will go down in the 1 versus 3. Could be a whole different game now that Adrian was able to get that nade off and prevent the bomb from getting down. Score right now of 1-0 for Team Dynamic. We did just see these teams face off here on Inferno, where Dynamic was able to take Netcode 16-6. Dynamic wins this match here on Dust 2. They will send Netcode, the number 2 seed, packing all the way home. Netcode trying to do a little save block rush here. Up long, AZK doing an excellent job of not even letting them get halfway up. Freakazoid finally able to close a little bit of the distance and get a frag of his own. Completely stuck there in that corner. AZK's mouse definitely broke there for a second. I think it was just kind of gliding left. But quick little round there for Dynamic.
Team Dynamic here. Pex, he's playing super aggressive. I like it. It gets in the head of your opponent's head when you're getting pushed upon, and it seems like you're getting no respect at all. And it's kind of a pet peeve of mine when teams play like that. It's really annoying because it feels like they're not giving you any respect. They're just pushing up on you, treating you like a noob. And sometimes it can disrupt your mentality for sure.
For sure. Only 3 deagles here for Netcode. Still always have a chance there with those deagles. Ghoul will push up and get AZK. Pex able to take out Joka. Pex, wow, what a nice little double headshot there. That's 3 for him already. Adrian getting the P90 kill. From the ground up to plat. Bill Knows left alone. The bomb is planted, but he is alone there on catwalk with the deagle. Will go down in the hands of Volcano. And it will be a quick 3-0 in favor of Dynamic. Now, what should we expect here for the gun round from Netcode? What do you think they can do here for the first full gun to counteract Dynamic setups here?
Well, Bull Notes are here. He's going to spot down middle. He's going to see how many people cross. Or that's what I expect he's going to do, but it looks like he's going to try to take position at long A maybe. But most of the time you're going to see these teams set up a default, and Bull Notes, he can beat these grenades out here. Oh, he doesn't make it in time. TD, they had too good of a spawns there, so.
Yeah, unfortunately able to shut down what appeared to be a really good spawn for Bill Knows. I guess Team Dynamic sent their couple of best spawns over to long to really nade that, knowing that that kind of push was expected. Joka was able to get 2 gigantic picks, though, both onto AZK and Volcano. Adrian's pushed up really aggressive here at long A. Looking at Bill Knows' dead body, trying to find another one, unable to finish Joka. He'll get out of there with a mere 14 health. Joka's going to help the flashes here, coming up for his team. Going up catwalk, Pex is going to get some cover here at long with the teammate in the 2 versus 4 situation. Netcode going to be working up catwalk as TD finally realizes as they see the nades coming out onto the A ramp. Excellent shot there from Anger. Another one follows. Ghoul able to finally shut him down. 2 versus 1. Pex only 11 health with that Colt all the way back along. And after Ghoul plants here, he will have that op trained on that position. Actually switch that op up for the Colt. Unfortunately, should have had his gun out there as he crossed over. Joka was ready for that on that cat angle. It looked like a bit of a cat plant there. Joka not afraid to peek out. Score is now 3-1. Netcode winning the first major gun round of the second map in the best of 3.
GSD here with a really good spawn. He can prevent the CTs from setting up in the B platform. But he elects to just watch for that lower B push, maybe watch for that catwalk push real quick. And then they're just going to establish a default here. They're going to take things slow, make sure that they don't get pushed upon, and then they're going to regroup and hit a site together. And unfortunately for Netcode, TD is saving, and they're overstacking this catwalk, so let's see what kind of setup they have.
Joker's been doing great so far in this half. Really shining through for Netcode here with his AK. JSD trying to connect with that shot, but his teammates always getting in the way on top of Big Box there. He's finally going down at the hands of Adrian's Deagle. Big Deagle save here for Team Dynamic. 3-on-3. Ghoul does have an op. Joka has the bomb in hand. Adrian's going to be pushing up a little bit more aggressively here into the T territory of middle. Team Dynamic finally realizing the bomb is planted in B. Flash is coming out from the back of B from Joka. JSD holding the B tunnels. Two members of TD will be trying to make this retake possible from outside of the site. AZK coming in, dropping right behind Joka. 1 versus 2 situation here for JSD. And a great retake there from Team Dynamic, who's able to successfully get into the site and completely shut down Netcode.
Oh, and just barely getting that
defuse. Will get the
defuse off. Wow, and a huge round there by TD. I thought Netcode could have carried this round and strung something together after winning that first gun round. But TD quickly shutting that down. And that's the last thing Netcode wanted here. Obviously on the easier side, on the terrorist here on Dust 2.
Yeah, definitely have to attribute a lot of the credit to, I believe it was Adrian, who had that those 2 really quick Deagle frags. Definitely changed the pace of the round and enhanced his team's chances at winning that round. Little double stack here over at long. Adrian all the way back on B plat with that op. JSD going to be working out of middle here with a couple of teammates. Smokes and flashes have already been thrown out. 2 members of TD though, ready to stop that rush, but JSD and Ghoul will get 2 frags of their own, clearing out middle completely. It's now a 3-on-3.
Oh, he's not blind.
Adrian on top of the back plat B boxes here, looking totally into the ground. Cannot see a thing. Dynamic trying to retake the site, just as they did the round previously. Netcode does have 2 guns now, though. Volcano looking in the back of plat, does spot the very top of Ghoul's head. Ooh, and AZK just loses the 1 versus 2. Netcode just had as successful of a Deagle save round that Team Dynamic did.
Yeah, and Team Dynamic, they're actually set up perfectly for that. They had 2 members outside of B there. They both had the same angles. Just Netcode just hit some really nice shots there, got those 1D headshots, and they were able to capitalize on that aggressiveness by TD. So a great answer here by Netcode. That's exactly what they needed after losing that eco round.
Score is now 4-2 in favor of Dynamic. Freakazoid looking out towards B plat. Going to have a big Deagle save round from Team Dynamic. One team wins, the other one Deagles, it appears. Ghoul looking for something going on in middle or onto catwalk. 3 members of Netcode ready to go here at long. Going to be uncontested. If they can figure that out, they might be able to wrap all the way up. It looks like Team Dynamic is doing a little bit of a A-plat cat-sided stack. But again, they do only have Deagles. They do have a little bit of height advantage, but I'm sure they don't have nearly as many smokes and flashes as Netcode will try to employ here as they try to cross over to A. Joka just going balls out, going all the way over, just looking straight up onto the A platform. Now he's going to be throwing a grenade up there towards Cat. Definitely going to be doing some damage there. Freakazoid able to take out Volcano, as JSD will be able to get the bomb planted here in the A bomb site. 4 versus 4. Peck's down really low, only at 6 health. AZK was able to somehow find a gun. Working up here onto catwalk. Bunch of smokes going down here onto plat. 3 versus 3. Make that a 3 versus 2. JSD making the numbers a little bit more into Netcode's favor. And it looks like Netcode's going to be able to take this round. And finally, a Deagle save that is not successful. Look at the ADR here for Team Dynamic. 164 for Pex. 2 more at about 100. Bill knows off to a rough start here, only at 36 for Netcode. Score is now 4-3. Again, this is the second map of this best of 3 in the lower bracket. Dynamic did just beat Netcode on Inferno 16-6. Couple of ops here. AZK trying to do something down towards lower B, up on that cat box. A lot of teams like to go down through lower to better hit middle a little bit more safely. Will spot the legs of somebody down there. Not sure if the T is able to see him. AZK would miss his shot. Will try to get that nade off, but he will eat a nade of his own. Now down to 40 health. Bill Knows coming up with a couple of flashes here at long. 2 ops for Netcode. Bill missing his shot there towards Goose. Ready for a teammate flash before re-peeking out. And Freakazoid and Ghoul will do a great job there. Working up towards Catwalk, trying to crunch the A bomb site. 2 members left of TD here. Netcode is totally in position, have claimed the A bomb site. Hex on the rotate here, coming up towards Cat. Gonna stick with him. Hitting the ledge on the stairs. Able to take out Joka real quickly there on Cat, making it a 3 versus 2. Numbers are a little bit better. Great shot there onto Bill Knows, who was over at long. Now quickly, a 2 versus 2. Tries throwing that pistol to force the shot there on Ghoul. Unable to do so.
Oh.
Anger so close at that, hitting that spray double. What a great attempt there from TD. Such a close spray.
Yeah, it's a valiant effort, 2-on-4. And even though they lost a round, they were still eliminated 3 of the members there. So it hurt a little bit the economy of on the other team there. So right now, TD, I feel like that was a risky strat there. They had full guns at AWPs, and they elected to go for that boost stack over here.
Yep.
The problem with that is that you only get 1 clean shot. And then after you miss that shot, then obviously the terrorists know that there's at least 2 people on Catwalk because you need 2 people to boost up there. So then once Netcode figured that out, they were able to squeeze that A bomb site, and it's just really tough to hold when you don't have long A or Catwalk.
Will be a save round here for Dynamic. A little bit of a stack in the B bomb site. Freakazoid not getting too anxious, doesn't want to push all the way through, especially now that Team Dynamic's going to be throwing in a couple of flashes of their own, trying to clear out that B hallway. Netcode taking it nice and easy. TD just pushed all the way through B halls, so they know that B is clear. Bill Knows able to find AZK there in middle. Dynamic is going to be trying to wrap around here on Catwalk. Anger doing a great job catching Joka off guard. Now a 4 versus 4. Netcode really hasn't established any position yet, but they are all together with their guns, so they have that advantage for them. Volcano left only with 1 health. Will go down by Bill Knows' nade. And Peck's all alone here. So sad. 1 versus 4. Sees that offer, turns around, goes, nope, not for me. Gonna go ahead and try my luck at Cat. Try to get a gun down. He will go down to the hands of JSD. The score is now 5-4 in favor of Netcode. I'd love to see the money here brought to us by the broadcast app as we wait for it to update as this previous round just ended. Looks like all the teams here, or excuse me, both teams here, are in position to buy. Really important here for Dynamic, especially after that last save. They need to start turning around this momentum that Netcode has. As we've seen, as we've said, Dynamic sometimes starts off slowly. There was a little bit of a delay here since this previous match on Inferno, so they're not as hot coming into this Dust 2 match. Bill Knows, excellent shot there on the Pex. Pex would dink Bill all the way down to 3. Smart little smoke in there. Volcano doing a great job crunching the B hallway. Able to take down Joka. Volcano and Bill both at 3 health. Volcano all the way up by T-Spawn. Netcode is still in T-Spawn. That's how they do it. But I mean, Team Dynamic is just pushing so aggressively. They don't really have to, Netcode doesn't have to do anything. They can just sit back with their ops. It's going to be a really Important exchange here at long. Unfortunately for Anger, he's unable to get Ghoul. Ghoul with 30 health there at the end of long A. Op in hand. Adrian, the only member left here for Team Dynamic, has that op trained on the long cross. Misses his first shot. That was so important. And the bomb will be planted here for long by Freakazoid for Ghoul. Freakazoid still has a nade in hand. Will likely throw that soon. Flash coming out from Adrian. That nade doing almost 80 damage, but a great shot there onto Freakazoid. Knows that Ghoul is near long A with that op, but Ghoul will do a great job winning that round. Really surprised actually to see Ghoul peeking that 1v1 before that last member of Team Dynamic even got up towards the bomb.
Yeah, that was a sloppy play there. You had a 2-on-1 situation. Just set up a crossfire, force that CT member to go up CT spawn and up that A ramp. Since your teammate in pit had such a good position over the CT player, let him engage first and then back him up after he fights. So almost a big slip up there by Netcode, but they got away with it.
Luckily. Team Dynamic just not able to put many rounds together so far. Not a bad half though, considering it's CT side. They do already have 4 rounds. It's really tough to follow through. Another Deagle save round here. 4 Deagles. Hex is on the actual T side here of B Halls. Able to connect onto Freakazoid there. Trying to go for one more, who is an Opper, so does have some sort of chance here. Dynamic really up in numbers here. A 1 versus 3. Not sure if they're not going to be able to get towards the bomb fast enough. Volcano not even with a kit, but Pex would get 3 frags. Would save at least an AK, and Netcode will have to rebuy all of their guns, but they did just get the bomb down, so their money isn't doing too bad here as we take a look. Netcode did just win the past 6 rounds in a row. Moving on here to round 12. Team Dynamic's aggressive plays just seem to not really be coming through. 2 members of Dynamic over here in B. Adrian gets that early pick there onto Ghoul, who was in the B hallway. Anger gonna throw in a nade. Looking for a couple of Ghoul's buddies. Freakazoid looks like he's ready to go out middle as he throws a smoke down towards CT spawn. Getting those flashes ready for the left side of mid. But Team Dynamic does have 2 members out there in middle. Bill is ready to take cap, but he's completely alone. And he will go down to the hands of AZK's op that was on top of the car there at long A. Bomb in the hands of Joka. JSD trying to come out of B here. Not being contested. Getting his flash and nades off. And it looks like Joka's going to be able to plant this here in the back of the bomb site. So Netcode is in a pretty good position to defend this. What they need to do is not get picked off right now and make it an early 4 versus 2. Flash is coming in here from Team Dynamic. Waiting for that retake. They do have a member going in through the tunnels. All 3 remaining members of TD coming in through the doors, though, and they're able to easily take that out just by forcing a couple of trades. When you're up in numbers like that, 4 on 3, 4 on 2, you can really just come in with a couple of teammates and make sure that each frag is traded respectively, and you don't have to single each other out.
Exactly, and TD showing good patience there. They weren't running in 1 by 1. It was a little bit of delayed of a retake, but it's because they were waiting for each other. Once they regrouped, they were all outside ready to attack. That's when they threw their flashes over and swarmed the site for the retake.
Adrian going for that middle pick, trying to see if anyone had dropped down. Fortunately not. Volcano establishing an early position, aggressively pushed up at long A with AZK's op trained on the doors. 5 Deagles coming in here from Netcode. Again, Netcode did just lose the first map of this best of 3 on Inferno to Dynamic 16-6. This is the second map. Dynamic wins this. Netcode will be going home. Netcode totally established in the B bomb site here. They do have a gun and 3 deagles, so we're going to have to see a really perfect retake coming in here from Team Dynamic. We just saw them do it the round before. Pex opening it up, making it a quick 3 versus 3. Volcano catching the head of JSD, who's trying to get up and establish a position there onto the window. 2 versus 2. Freakazoid only has 10 health, though. Volcano confident that he saw someone back flat. AZK would get him, and then Volcano, that nade that was designed for the back flat player, would turn around, throw it right on Freakazoid's feet, and Team Dynamic would do almost another picture-perfect retake there on the bomb site.
Yeah, it was very well played by Volcano. He positioned himself so he wouldn't get shot by both angles, just so he can advance enough, and that's just really good map awareness by Volcano.
Absolutely, scores now 7-6 in favor of Netcode. Getting that barrel out of the way, forget that thing. A little animosity there from Bill in that barrel. And that smoke down on top of Xbox. Looks like they're going to be doing either a middle or a cat split here relatively quickly. They're really trying to take these grounds fast. Flashes coming in from Netcode. Very afraid of AZK's op, which has usually been trained over towards the A-bomb site. He does have an op in hand. Volcano pushed up. Likely AZK is supporting him. He's actually going to have to turn around here and help the support on Cat. Pretty blind here, though. Is able to get the first pick there onto Joka. Great counter smoke coming in, though. Couple of nades coming in from CT spawn. Freakazoid is on A plat, but there is still 2 members of Team Dynamic at long A, one being AZK's op, and Volcano's Colt all the way down there towards pit, so he's got to be really careful of that, as he does have the bomb in hand. If he ducks here, he might be able to get the plant off, but the rotation's coming in really close. Luckily for him, JSD will take down Pex, who was trying to come up from CT spawn completely alone. Ghoul will finally get AZK's op down, but Volcano has been at the long A double doors all around here, as Ghoul will shut that down completely. Anger in the 1 versus 3 situation, 46 HP. He's got a kit, trying to come up here from CT spawn. Freakazoid not letting him do so. So 8-6 now is the current score.
That was
in
a
favor of Netcode.
solid default towards that A-bomb site. It was a really quick default, which I liked. They established position on lower B. They had that guy throw that smoke onto Xbox in middle, which allowed them to cross mid without any contest from middle. And then they were able to take catwalk with flashes. And once they established catwalk, then they were able to put pressure at long A and catwalk and squeeze that site 5-on-3.
Volcano getting the opening pick there onto Bill Nose. In position to do a little bit more damage. Would love to see a flash coming from him. He does have his teammate there for some support, but there's a smoke in his way, and it looks like a T's going to be chasing down into the pit here. Volcano's unable to see him, then flips around. Able to get that first headshot there. Oh my god, Volcano. I don't know how he was able to survive that for that long. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's Volcano. I mean, he'll make something out of nothing. That's just, sometimes he'll just be trapped in a corner, but you know, that's when the last time you want to attack someone, because they know exactly where to look. So when you push up against someone like that, he's gonna make you pay if you're not gonna hit your first shots.
Absolutely, and I do think there was a little bit of focus there. They were trying to find Pex. It looked like Netcode was trying to find Pex's position. They did know that he was cross-firing there with Volcano for the entire half, so they did smoke him off, but still they were a little concerned. They were unable to take him down. So that will leave us with an 8-7 score for the first half. And not too bad there, not too shabby for either team, really.
Yeah, this can definitely go either way. Both teams here. I think Netcode. This is tournament life right here. It's they lose this half, it's over for them. They're going to go home. This is lower bracket, and Dynamic did take the first map in Inferno, 16-6. So now Netcode here, they have one more half to play. If they don't play really well here, if they don't bring out their best stuff, they will go home. So there's a lot more pressure definitely on the NC side.
Yep. Yep, and worst case scenario, if Team Dynamic does lose this map, it will be pushed to a third, because this is, again, a best of 3. And that map will be Nuke. 2 members of Netcode over on Cat. Joka spotting B from the back of Plat there. Adrian, bomb in hand. At the long A double doors. JSD down to 5 HP really early on here. Minute into the round. Head stack coming in and away here. That smoke is just doesn't help Dynamic, but it definitely hurts this stack coming in here. And Team Dynamic is going to be quickly hitting the long A side. Going to see what Ghoul's able to do here. He's completely exposed. Able to get 1 kill onto Adrian and a follow-up there onto Volcano. We'll get a couple of nades there thrown towards the A ramp. 3 versus 3 now. The bomb will go down. Ghoul doing a great job. 4 frags for him this round. And wow. Really wasn't expecting that. It was a 4-1 split from Dynamic. 4 up long, 1 cat. And Ghoul was just completely on A plat and was able to handle that whole thing completely.
Yeah, he was completely out of position, just stranded in the open, and he just relied on his aim there, hit some really good headshots. So Team Dynamic, they did get the bomb down, so they get that $800 bonus. But even so, it does look like they're just going to go ahead and save, and they're going to fully buy next round.
Dynamic would definitely love to get at least another plant off this round. You know, the goal always isn't to win every round right now. While that is the ultimate goal, they would really like to focus in on getting a bomb plant and really getting a little bit extra more cash. Dynamic looks like they're going to be working up here towards this MP5 from Freakazoid, able to get 1, 2, 3. Not before being taken out by Anger. There's going to be one more member of Netcode up there, but Anger will get the second as well. And JSD's going to at least shut them down with that nade. So a quick 2 rounds coming in from Netcode. Team Dynamic. Going to be buying up here. AK's in hand. Anger will be spotting middle here. Interested to see what Dynamic wants to do.
On Netcode, they have an MP5, they have a Deagle on Catwalk, they have a FAMAS in B. So they're really equipped here. So TD, they have a really good chance to take advantage of this.
Not sure if Netcode was ready for this kind of buy with only having 1 plant being in the first round.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too greedy. I'm pretty sure they could have afforded at least a FAMAS, and they're electing to stick with eco-round weapons here, and TD might make them pay for it.
As we see Adrian at least able to put that first bit of payment there onto Bill Nose. Rotation will be coming across here from Netcode. Looks like the bomb will try to cross here at long A. No smokes coming out though. Volcano getting a pick of his own there onto Freakazoid. With the 4 versus 3, the bomb will be going down here in A. And Netcode completely out of position. As it's now a 4-on-2 with just a Deagle and an MP5. Just as you said, Ron, they aren't ready to challenge.
And that's their current money situation. So 3 of them could have bought Colts, even if, you know, for the teammates that we're saving. So I think they got a little bit greedy here, but they definitely will be able to buy next round, even after losing this one.
Yep, and as you could see, TD's money was completely broke there. That's because that's after the buy, that risky buy. If they did lose it, they would have just been completely screwed. But they were able to pull that conversion round off. And now Netcode will be full buying with that money that they didn't spend last round.
Yeah, interesting choice of strategy. Because if they would have bought last round and won that, they would have forced TD on another save. But they lost, and now TD has a little bit of bankroll saved up.
Bomb in hand of Pex. We see Volcano back here kissing the cheek of Freakazoid there. And Adrian will clear the pit. So the double A stack will be completely shut down really early on, and I bet Netcode wants to save.
it's going to be tough too. TD's going to know within 5-10 seconds that Netcode's going to save. And now their main goal is to try to take those weapons away. So Netcode now, they absolutely, all three have to stay alive here. Otherwise TD's going to make them pay for that interesting save strategy on the third round.
Dynamic will likely chase here, but they will be able to get the round uncontested. They were just so easily able to take long A there. It looks like Bill Nose and Freakazoid just couldn't work with that double stack they had towards the pit.
Yeah, there's some good smokes there that blocked that corner off. That counter-terrorist can see through it, and Sal did a good job playing aggressive, ran through it, and caught the CT member off guard.
Looks like a quick long A establishment coming up here from Team Dynamic. Throwing out smokes and flashes respectively, trying to clear out the pit. Don't even want that kind of a stack to be set up by Netcode. Quick little look around there by the car at long A. Sal's able to take out Ghoul pretty quickly. And Freakazoid and a teammate will be taking the T side of middle, likely to either split a 1-1 or to stack up on Cat. Anger's up here on Goose with 77 health in the 5 versus 3. Bomb has been planted. Freakazoid, 2 big Deagle headshots there onto Adren and AZK. Now a 3 versus 2. No way Netcode's going to be able to win this round, though. They definitely want to save both of those Colts. As Team Dynamic picks up another round here after that risky buy. Taking a look at the ADR thanks to the broadcast app. Freakazoid's going to be leading it for Netcode with 100. And for Team Dynamic, Peck's up there, 114. The others pretty evened out there. AZK looking for that long A push. Rightfully so. Netcode would potentially push up at long A since they've been having so many problems trying to hold aggressively. They may want to push through aggressively, but it turns out that won't be their strat. Working up really cautiously, though. They know they've run into some trouble there in this half.
TD knows that Netcode saved some weapons, so they're being really cautious. They're trying to figure out where these weapons are so they can attack the other bomb site.
Yeah, and actually Netcode would buy 2 more on top of that, so the really successful save round from Netcode would roll right there over into a gun round. Netcode really wants to win this one, though. Bombs in the hand of Volcano, who's ready to cross here at long. Checking the car, nothing there this round. Already on the A ramp, looking for a defender from Netcode, maybe on catwalk, but no one's speaking out. I think that will be attributed to the smoke grenade that was placed out there. And Netcode is already really close here on the retake, coming up from CT spawn. 4 versus 2 situation. Joka will get down Anger. Adrian left alone here in this 1 versus 3. He has the op in hand. He's in position, but Joka will be able to take him out. Really tough to win that with an op. Even though he was in position with the bomb and that op, it's too many targets. It's just too much to handle.
The problem was that he was over in this position, and the bomb was planted so he couldn't see it. So if he would have started off here, he could have maybe held up this angle and then take a quick shot at the bomb. So, maybe a miscommunication with his teammates about exactly where the bomb is planted.
Smoke coming out from Volcano. Score is now 11-10 in favor of Netcode. Looks like they want to do a little bit of a tower stack at the end of Cat. Unable to get a shot off before the smokes come through. Adrian going to be working up catwalk pretty quickly here, clearing up, seeing that box is clear. Ghoul trained on Cat, though, from long A. This is a very common setup for defending A, especially for Cat. Don't play on Cat. Don't even play A ramp. Just play kind of long A with an op. And smoke won't be doing much to Ghoul. That flash, however, will be. But the bomb is actually over here towards B in the hands of Anger, who's getting taken out by Joka, who was there on the B plat, I do believe. And Dynamic is going to be trying to crunch the B bomb site from outside. AZK eating a bunch of nade damage in this 3 versus 2. The bomb is down. 25 seconds on the clock. Joka's down there in the B bomb site, actually right below the window. Adrian's going to have to move into these doors and be the point man here. That op is going to be really tough to use as he's able to capitalize on that jumping shot into the window and gets JSD. Now a 1 versus 1 situation, all left up to AZK. Only 4 seconds left, though, unfortunately. Bill knows no way he's peeking. What an attempt there from AZK, though, jumping through the window, hitting those op shots.
Yeah, it was excellent reaction speed. He only had 4 life, so he knew he had to just pre-fire pretty much as soon as he saw the enemy. And Netcode there, fortunately for them, they actually had 2 inside B, even after Dynamic there sent heavy fake towards Catwalk. So it was good patience by Netcode, good intuition by holding their spots in B.
Early nade stack towards long A. This is interesting. I actually see 4 deagles for Dynamic, but they have an up. Not sure what's going on there. Op in the hands of AZK. AZK looking through the double doors in middle. 3 versus 3 here. Joka ready to go on B plat. 2 members of Team Dynamic ready to go up Catwalk, though. Looks like Pex will trail behind. Ghoul's going to do one last check over at long before flashing for Cat and then putting his op to work on that cross. Ooh, we just saw a guy. I wasn't sure how blind he was. But Ghoul really being the only defensive member trying to hold down A. AZK will get Freakazoid. Ghoul's on the A ramp here trying to defend, but AZK in great position there on those barrels to stop the commit up Catwalk there.
Yeah, great round by AZK. It seemed like since he probably had a lot of money, he was the only one that bought an op. The rest of his teammates elected to stave and get deagles and just allowed AZK to try to make a play. And he was able to get 3 kills there and pretty much single-handedly won that round for that team. So Netcode there looked like they were going to string some rounds together after losing all those rounds in a row. They won 2, and now TD abruptly ends that streak. So now Netcode, they have a couple rounds left. Looks like they're saving now, and their tournament life's at stake. So looks most likely they're probably going to lose this round, and then next round, this is where they're going to have to make their final stand.
Yep, Dynamic coming up strong with a couple of rounds being one that they really shouldn't have. Volcano doing a great job this round against a couple of USPs. Getting 3 frags. And JSD all alone. Score will no doubt roll over to be 12-12. All tied up here on Dust 2. Again, this is the second map of this best of 3. We are in the lower bracket. Team Dynamic did win the first map there on Inferno. 16-6. Freakazoid, 106 ADR. And Pex, 110. Team Dynamic really has a pretty good series of ADRs lined up for them there. Looks like Adrian might go for a little early pick in the middle. Nope. Gonna smoke off long. Get a couple of flashes that way as well. Does have the bomb in hand. Again, if Dynamic wins this, they will send Netcode home. 3 versus 3. Freakazoid got that deagle shot onto Adrian. Surprise from that. Adrian did have the op. Joka trying to shoot some bullets there into the smoke before running away. Anger will not be eating any of those. As Team Dynamic looks like they might set up here for Cat. Ghoul's going to be going ahead and boosting Freakazoid up. Freakazoid's going to be eating a flash there, though. Not sure if Dynamic knows he's behind this box. Freakazoid just standing up, able to take out Volcano. And the bomb will be down now. AZK is able to trade onto Freakazoid. Now the 2 versus 1. Joker's left completely alone. He does find himself a gun as he works up Cat. Definitely a winnable round for him. Bomb's going to be planted here. Remember, AZK does have that off there, and Goose. Oh no, Joker dropped the gun and is unable to find the new one. And Anger's crossfire there with AZK will be too much for Joka. Joka, really tough situation there with the Opera there and Goose. The Opera could just really hide out, or just, hide up in Goose and let your long player try to get that crossfire in completely alone.
Yeah, so Netcode here, their back's against the wall, their tournament life at stake. What CT setup are they going to go with? Looks like they're just going to play a standard here. They're going to take over long, play passive on Cat. Doing a good job so far preventing the rush at long A.
Couple of nades there. Looks like Team Dynamic's going for a quick B split. Going to be sending the bomb out middle. Very untraditional. Most teams will send that to the B tunnel splitters. But Adren doing a great job hanging on to that as he clears out Joka, who was in the B double door. Really fast crunch here from Team Dynamic. Netcode was not at all prepared for that. They're going to try to do the best that they can here on this retake. Gould taking one last shot out of that off. Actually not going to be picking up that AK. Very interesting. As it's a 4 versus 3 retake here in favor of Team Dynamic. Netcode really quickly realizing that they want to save, but Anger totally around on that flank. Already had pushed all the way down through lower. Knew that Netcode would be totally outside of the B bomb site and would take down all 3 remaining members very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Great play by Anger. He knew that B, the bomb was secured with 3 players there, so he was going to go for the just-in-case save. And he caught all 3 members off guard, and that's absolutely huge because there's so much weaponry and inventory there that Netcode cannot replenish.
Team Dynamic now in the lead, 14-12. 2 more rounds and Netcode goes home, the number 2 seed. Netcode on the Deagle save. Bill knows. Huge double kill there for him. Definitely going to put Dynamic in a bit of trouble here. Looks like a boost is going to come up here. Bill knows getting a Freakazoid back up there on Cat. Unfortunately not as successful as before. In the previous round when they did that boost. All 3 members of Dynamic are going to try to be hitting up Catwalk here. They will go completely uncontested. AZK dropped down into CT spawn though. Did Dynamic drop to CT spawn there?
Yeah, it might have been a misstep though, because I don't think an op would want to be down here in close range situation. It could have been because of the smoke. So definitely some sloppy play there, losing an eco round with the round so close like this, a match coming down to the wire. Now they gave Netcode some hope here. They gave him some full inventory now. So Netcode right back into it.
Really not a round that Dynamic's going to want to be giving up now. They do not want to be playing a 3rd map, but again, if they do lose this to Netcode on Dust 2, they will be moved over to Nuke for the tiebreaker map in this best of 3. Bill going to be sitting over here at the car at Long A, covered by some smoke. Not before running away, trying to re-establish position there with his off. AZK will take him down though. AZK's off, been pretty on fire today. Member of Netcode so pushed up here into the T middle. Really scary, especially to Adren. Just going to back off there and start holding hands there with AZK. And Dynamic will be back here at Long A. They do not have the bomb. They do seem to want to make this cross here, though. Get over to the A bomb site. AZK is able to take out JSD, but Ghoul will kill Adren now. A 1 versus 3 from AZK. AZK did get the only frags so far of this round, missing a really close shot there into CT spawn. Missing the follow-up, was a little bit blind though. 14 seconds on the clock. The bomb is still down. And AZK really needs to save here. Realizing that as he looks at the timer, just does a complete 180. Tries to run away towards Goose, but Joka knew he'd be saving as well and went for the chase. Scores all tied up now at 14-14.
Yeah, we've got a tie game here. Whoever wins this round will secure the tie. It looks like TD is going to buy here. So it's an absolutely huge round. Obviously, Netcode is fully stocked. I'm questioning if TD is. So right now, it's just tie point. This is it right now. Netcode fighting for their tournament life. TD trying to knock them out. It pretty much comes down in this round to tie it up. So, so far, absolutely easily the biggest round of the series.
Without a doubt. Hex here, real close to the middle double doors. Looks like he's waiting for a couple of flashes from Anger. There we go. Ready to go out of middle with two more of his teammates. Looks like Dynamic's going to do that B crunch that they did so successfully earlier. Really want to do what was working. Vilno's able to off Hex all the way over from A. Ghoul will get an off kill of his own. AZK left in this 1 versus 4, and that split just would not be nearly as successful as the one they ran earlier. So now Netcode up 15-14. No matter what, Netcode will be able to push this into overtime, worst case scenario. But they are looking to win this round right now to push Team Dynamic into a third map in this best of 3. Early smoke coming in from Adrian. Team Dynamic, a couple of guys here in lower B. Do not want to be losing this round. Last thing they want to do is head on over to Nuke. Smoke coming in here. Bombs in the hand of our POV here with Adrian. Volcano waiting for the push there at long A. Flash coming out from him. And just a bunch of nades. Little nade battle coming in. From Cat to a platform. JSD able to get Volcano. Not before being traded by AZK. Three versus 3 situation. AZK, a huge frag from him. He's now able to sneak in through the window and Anger an even bigger frag there. Team Dynamic has the bomb down. They have the man advantage here, and they will push it now into an overtime here on map 2.
Oh, that was close.
That was
very close.
Intense, man.
Netcode there. I thought they had an advantage last round, but TD doing a really good job throwing some good fakes on Cat. They had enough money for enough grenades to sell a fake on Cat, over-rotating Netcode out of B and middle. So TD, if they wouldn't have forced that overtime there, they would have been kicking themselves, losing that eco round when they were up 13-12. That definitely was the most clutch round by Netcode, keeping their tournament life alive by winning that eco round. So they still have a chance to stay in this tournament. I believe you start with $10,000, and I want to say it's 3 rounds each side.
I believe so.
You will be able to full buy here for at least 2 rounds.
Team Dynamic has had some pretty spread success here. What's weird about overtime is that each team will be playing on the side that they were just previously playing on, so they won't be switching teams quite yet. Dynamic is going to be just in as much trouble as they were against Netcode here during the last half. Anger's going to run into a bit of trouble here. Great pop flash there. CT completely blind there. Ate that nade. Poor Freakazoid. Anger doing a great job there throwing that guy. Team Dynamic will surely hit Cat now, as Anger's also able to get Ghoul. I'm not sure if they know that there is one more CT there on A plat. Oh, he will get hit there by the smoke. As you said, Ron, being hit there by the smoke grenade will make the sound, so Anger will be on his position as well. JSD will get 1 frag, but Anger coming up huge on that Cat take.
Yeah, well played there. That was an excellent execution there on taking Catwalk. Being better safe than sorry, just utilizing and just pre-firing their grenades. And fortunately for TD, NC was set up there, and they were able to soften up with those grenades, push up, advance, and then just overwhelm Netcode there with with flashes and outnumbering them.
Dynamic putting the pressure now onto Netcode as they win the first round of the first overtime. Adrian looking towards the back of B Plat with that op. The counter opper though, or excuse me, counter Coulter will be on the ground in the back of the site. A close up Coulter will be peeking and challenging Adrian. Adrian getting the hell out of there. Not interested in that battle. Bill Nose all the way in the pit. Freakazoid again playing at top A. Dynamic really wanting to shine through on their cat takes once again. If they miss these frags though, they've never been successful. Dynamic's never been successful going up cat and trying to plant when they haven't gotten any frags. Sometimes Netcode plays a little bit more passively, like Ghoul will miss a shot like this and then fall all the way back towards pit. And Dynamic will try to get the plant, but they haven't been successful with those rounds. The only time their cat takes have been successful is when they get those early picks and then take cat. Netcode seems to be really good at retaking, especially with Ghoul still alive at long A. Adrian will take out Freakazoid though. The bomb will go down. It is now a 3 versus 3. JSD on to Adrian and to AZK. Anger left up. The only member left for TD will go down at the hands of JKA. And Netcode retaliating against Dynamic with a round of their own here in this first overtime.
That was a good hold by them. Really good job over-rotating and over-rotating fast towards that A bomb site and preventing TD from planting those bombs by throwing flashes.
What I'd like to see from Dynamic here is a real hard attempt at their 3-2 split on middle and B. I think that was one of their better strategies. I think they've been really gambling, trying to win a round and scrap together a round or two over at Cat. I think that their 1B take where they really focused in on it was the most successful, but it looks like they're still interested here in taking the A bomb site. Bullnoser up close. Freakazoid in his default position there on A plat. Each team really has been just throwing out their default strats over and over because sometimes it wins, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just been so close. It just looks like no one's willing to make a really big risky change. Anger the point man there for Team Dynamic, ready to go on Cat. Really hope they're ready for Freakazoid there on Plat, as he's been almost every round in the past few, with Ghouls off there over near the cars at long A. Looks like AZK is going to get out of there actually. Not ready to commit up towards long. Couple of smokes and flashes coming out of the players at Cat. Made a little bit of a rotate there. Bomb in the hands of AZK will get a great shot there through the door onto Joka with that off. And this is the kind of Cat take Dynamic has been most successful with the early picks there, but Ghoul able to shut down any momentum there from Adrian. Dynamic will be making a rotation here.
They need to hurry up though. They have 10 seconds left. Oh, they might have just delayed long enough.
And getting leg there too. How fast can he get through the window? I don't think he would have had it anyway. Freakazoid will get that frag onto AZK.
Wow.
And finish up there on the Freakazoid.
That was just complete indecisiveness there. We saw AZK with that nice headshot to the door mid B, and then they killed the other player in B. And for some reason, the bomb player decided to go up catwalk, even though they had already eliminated 2 of the B mid players. So they should have known that, and it's just a little mental slip up there. So Netcode responding nicely here with their tournament life at stake, winning 2 of the 3 overtime rounds. Now applying the pressure back on Team Dynamic.
Dynamic wants to end this now, sending Netcode home. Dynamic being the #1 seed here for an invite. Netcode being the #2 seed, and surprisingly, this is being taken place in the lower bracket. And for first place here will win $10,000. The money reset here at 16K for both teams. A couple of ops coming out. Got an op for Ghoul, got an op for, I believe, AZK and Adrian. Volcano going down early. JSD will take out Bill Nose. As it's a 4-on-3. Joke is going up really quickly, though, with the bomb against 2 CTs. I disagree with this. I mean, a couple of flashes are coming in for sure, but you need to at least drop the bomb before making that kind of an attempt. That peak didn't get him any kills, and now he's left with only 2 health. Freakazoid, a little bit of a splash there. Not sure where those shots were coming in from. Freakazoid not sure either. We'll find the source of the shots, Anger, back of the B bomb site. A little bit of spam coming in through the doors. AZK already outside of the bomb site with a teammate. Adrian will be able to pick up the frag onto Freakazoid. Ghoul will get AZK and Adrian. Now a 2 versus 1, but Joka is just so low here with the bomb. They know where Pex is. Could be a good shot here from Ghoul, and it will be just over that smoke. That smoke almost proved to be a huge deterrent from accurately hitting that shot.
Yeah, clutch round there by Ghoul, hitting his shots there. TD, they did have a chance, so right now Netcode needs only 1 more, and then we will move on to the 3rd map, which is Nuke.
Netcode up 18-16 here in overtime on map number 2. Adrian opening up the round here really quickly on Joka with that op. Ghoul retaliating back for Netcode onto Anger. Bomb in the hand of JSD. Not really sure where they're thinking of going yet. They've really been splitting all over the place. Bill knows with that off. AZK with one of his own. 4-on-4. About a minute remaining here. That op trained on Catwalk's position. We'll be hitting that first shot. That's AZK. Got to expect at least 1 more member left of Netcode on Catwalk. He will now that he's seeing the nades come out. Knows that at least a couple of nades have come there. But Netcode will fall back. Freakazoid trying to push through his teammate. Adrian's really going to be the only defender here for the B bomb site. As it looks like the last 2 remaining members of Netcode will be coming in. There, Adrian missing his first op shot and his second. Luckily, we'll have a teammate coming in. That's Pex when walking through the door. Really glad Pex was there because Adrian did miss his shots. But Dynamic able to pick up another round here in overtime.
Yep, and it comes down to this last round. If TD wins this, they will force a double overtime. If Netcode wins this, they'll force a 3rd map. And I would like to see TD set up with an Opera B. Anger has been playing B by himself with the Colt early in the round. He's getting picked off. So, yeah, there we go. See, it's just a mismatch with Razor Ghoul with an op there, and then Anger trying to hold off that long-range position with the Colt. Just makes it really tough.
Yeah, interesting to see how far Ghoul's willing to peek out. Usually with his op in B, I feel like we've seen him only really peeking the B plat, and not so much the site where Anger's been playing. But, like, you know, just 1 pixel will mess up an entire tournament. Adrian actually all the way on back of plat now with his op. Looking for Ghoul. Ghoul and JSD just kind of hanging out, waiting for that smoke to clear. Adrian's got all day, though. About a minute here left in the round. Adrian looking through a really tight angle through that box. Counter flash is set up from 2 members of TD. Ready to go, ready to see where Netcode's trying to split. Looks like they might do a middle B split here. Adrian missing that first shot into the B hallways. Netcode's going to be able to come out. Adrian hitting a shot through the smoke. JSD's out of there, though. He was able to pick up Anger with that Colt, who was Adrian's support. Adrian left completely alone here in the B bomb site. He does find a couple of T's there. 1 versus 3 now, all left up to Ghoul. Ooh,
nice.
Adrian.
Well played by Adrian.
Bringing in a big round.
Yeah, he was just trapped in that corner, and he did a really good job just staying alive. And then when you stay alive, you give yourself an opportunity to make some plays there. So it was good adaptation by TD, knowing that they've been being abused there in that B, to be honest. So they switched up that play, put an op there, and Adrian was able to step up and force another double overtime.
Yep, we're moving into the double overtime now. Just a huge match here for the lower bracket. No team wants to lose this one. Dynamic would love to end it now, but Netcode, their tournament stake here, on the line. Money reset here at 16K. Checking out the ADR, Freakazoid, in so many rounds, can still manage over 100 average damage per round. That is fantastic. Adrian, quick pick there onto Joka. Not what Netcode wanted so early on in the round. Did not want to be losing a player. Volcano set up with his teammate AZK there at long A, as they've been doing. Just running their default. Going to see what Netcode's able to do. Freakazoid eating a ton of damage there from Pex. Spamming away at that double door. Netcode doing their default strat as well. Ghoul ready to go with JSD in the B hallway, waiting for a smoke to clear. Going to go ahead and try to peek the back of the platform and potentially find Adrian, who is there, opping it. Anger likely just playing in the site as they do. Adrian able to get that pick onto Ghoul, though. Adrian was set up there at the back box on platform. Ghoul has to actually peek out and establish the appropriate shot. Flash is coming in from Adrian. Will call that there's a couple of guys in B tunnel. Don't want to over-rotate there. Volcano going all the way back to long A. And Netcode's going to get the hell out of there.
Another nice round there by Adrian, locking that long-range position down. Netcode just relying too heavily on hitting B. And after that didn't work, they didn't really have a secondary strat set up, so now, even though they start with $10,000, they're just forced to save a weapon because they have no other choice.
What can Netcode do here to counter Dynamic setup? I mean, Dynamic has two guys over at long. They have no one on Cat. They actually have an Opper around long A trying to spot Cat. And then they have two guys in B. What should Netcode do here to try to break down Dynamic?
Yeah, you said it perfectly yourself. There's no one on Cat. So you might as well go there. Why attack a site where you know where there are enemies? So they should send maybe 4 Catwalk, get ready to execute, send one guy faking long, and then as soon as that happens, just bombard up Cat, throw a bunch of flashes and smokes, and get up in the site and plant the bomb.
Yeah, some long A pressure might help to really get a couple of guys up Cat. Team Dynamic leading this overtime right now, this double overtime in the second map in the best of 3. Bomb in hand of JSD. Looks like they've got a couple of guys over here at long. Again, they actually do. Team Dynamic does have one member of Cat, but he's all the way pushed up. From long A to A plat is completely clear. Oh, Volcano's actually on A plat. My bad. Gonna be throwing out a couple of flashes here to the cross. Gonna try to at least delay Netcode. Netcode throwing a couple of flashes of their own. 2 members of Netcode, 3 make that. We'll be working up long A with the bomb here. 25 seconds left on the clock. A 4 versus 4 situation. Great job clearing out the remaining members of Team Dynamic up there on A plat. AZK now in the 1 versus 4 makes it a 1v3. Going to be an impossible round from him, and what a nice job from Netcode clearing out long A and really crossing over, hitting their frags that they needed to. One versus 3 for AZK. Doing a bit of damage. Good nade coming in. Able to pick up Joka in the 1 versus 2. Off in hand from Bill. And AZK will go down in the hands of Bill.
And Netcode, they're definitely getting away with one there. They looked like they had no strat going on, really. They were forced to go long A. Team Dynamic had established position in B Hall, so they had to know. And they also had Catwalk, so they knew that the only place Netcode could go was long A. and still they were unable to stop them.
Yeah, unfortunate for Dynamic to not be able to use that information to their advantage. All tied up again, though, in this double overtime, 19-19. No team switching off their default. Dynamic doing exactly what they know has been challenging for Netcode for all of these rounds. Netcode gonna want to do exactly what was successful for them in the past. Trying to hit up long A. Volcano in the corner will get one before being taken down by JSD. AZK is hard right there on the car though, but Bullnozer all over that. With the bomb in hand, it is now a 4 versus 3. 3 versus 3 make that. Netcode going to be trying to cross here at long A. Pex is pretty blind in here for Dynamic. Yeah, Netcode's going to be trying to cross over. Adrian will hit that op shot, unfortunately for JSD. That smoke wasn't down early enough. Anger will get a kill onto Bill, and now it's Ghoul versus Adrian and Pex. Ghoul with the op in hand. Got to use that nade really wisely. Really did a lot of damage. Definitely did a number onto Pex, but Adrian moving up super aggressively will get the second frag for himself that round, as the score is now 20-19 in favor of Dynamic.
And Team Dynamic actually should have won all 3 rounds, like I said. They just threw away around there, gave Netcode a little bit of room to work with here. I'm really interested to see what kind of strat Team Dynamic is going to go for. They've had a lot of success doing that mid-B split, like you mentioned earlier. So, and then they've also had a lot of success splitting that A bomb site. So, I think if they have good spawns here in long A, they should utilize them and try to take that long A away, in which they don't. So, I would expect some kind of default setup, maybe go into a fast mid-B split.
Casey Foster, the manager for Netcode, just looked into my soul. I think he's a little angry with me. Volcano, a couple flashes coming out at long A. Nade coming out through the double doors there, but will not connect. Looks like Netcode's doing a little double stack of their own at long A, doing a little pit setup. We had a little tower setup from Team Dynamic trying to pick off anyone in the middle, but middle will be completely empty, actually. If Dynamic knew what we knew, they would definitely be mixing up their strats. Dynamic, 2 members set up, ready to go on Cat. Big smoke coming in, actually, from Bill. Gonna scare off AZK, making them work all the way back around to their T side of middle. Ghoul doing his usual long A opping, trying to help support both areas of the A entrances. Freakazoid also in his default position up there on the A ramp. Going to see a bunny jumping out of catwalk. A couple of counter flashes coming in. Big challenge there on Freakazoid. I'm not sure if he knew that a T was so close there up on his right. It is now a 4 versus 2 in favor of Team Dynamic, who does have the lead here, 20-19. The bomb will be planted. AZK able to take out Joka and JSD. Wow. So a big round there for Team Dynamic. 21-19 is the score. As we move into round 31, Freakazoid still is holding a 3-digit ADR.
Yeah, 2 rounds left here for TD to secure this best of 3, sending Netcode here home. So Netcode here, this is it. They've got to win 2 rounds. They must win 2 rounds if they want to continue with their tournament. Team Dynamic playing really aggressive off the bat. Volcano again running through the smoke and making plays.
Fuck, dude, I went out too far with my op.
Adrian pretty pissed off that he went out too far. Freakazoid only 6 health left in the bank for him. AZK with the bomb in hand has that op down all the way back at their middle. Ghoul still at long A with that off. He must just be so bored. Looks like Team Dynamic is ready to go out of middle here with the bomb. Excellent opening pick there from AZK on the Freakazoid. JSD has to climb up here into the window to try to help defend the middle take, or the middle B take, where JSD has to focus in on the B tunnels. They're really getting crunched here. If Team Dynamic decides to go into B, they do have a bit of an advantage, but JSD doing an excellent job picking up 2 frags there from the bomb site. Oh, AZK missing such a close shot.
Ooh.
JSD comes up huge, getting 3 frags, keeping Netcode in this one.
Yeah, and AZK there, he had a huge opportunity. He actually had 3 clean shots. He just wasn't able to capitalize. He just barely missing those shots.
Really close. I mean, I can only imagine how tired these teams are right now playing in this double overtime on the second map. I think Netcode actually might just throw it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have the stamina there for a third map.
Yeah, they're just focused every single second, you know, just constantly communicating, so much mental stress, using all their brain power, trying to focus here. It's just, I mean, they're going to go, whoever wins this match is going to have a disadvantage going to the next one. They're just going to be completely on fumes.
Yep.
But regardless here in Netcode, they must win this round to force another triple overtime.
Ooh, big pick by AZK there on a Ghoul. Bill, though, will get his teammate there at long A. I'm not sure AZK knew that there was another member of Netcode already established there. It was basically a 2 versus 2 fight there at long A. Anger's up here on catwalk, trying to do some spam through some smoke, not going to be able to find anybody. Unable to connect. The bomb is in the hands of AZK, who seems to be working up catwalk here. Joka trained on their position from the bottom of A ramp with that op. Going to be throwing in a nade here, hopefully connecting with something. Nothing there. Team Dynamic will be coming out now, though. AZK just so quick with that op. As it's now a 4 versus 3 situation. The bomb will be planted by Pex. Adren getting an excellent shot there on the JSD. 2 versus 3 here. Freakazoid's got to do a number. Excellent pick there on Adren. Wasn't ready for this repeat, though, on AZK. Didn't know he was there. Bill knows going to be all alone here in the 1 versus 2. Has that op in hand, but AZK says, no, sir.
Oof.
Or Adren, excuse me.
And Team Dynamic had to work for that all the way till double overtime for that victory. Netcode, valiant effort. Number 2 seed getting eliminated by the number 1 seed, so what a
Finally
match.
getting taken down there.
Yeah, a valiant effort, Netcode. Their backs against the wall and almost got away with it. Time and time again, they were clutch. So we do have an interview coming up with Team Dynamic here, and that'll be after this short break.